Namaste. It's a Noni Snowflake here. Welcome to Shintosai, the Shinto yoga experience with Shinto self-empowerment. We've just finished doing our Shintosai while strengthening the constructive feedback loop of information out and in of the senses, in and out of the senses, listening to going deeper with the fairies on our journey of involution to consciousness channel. No more. Yeah, you can. Okay, so we're being drawn to these calendula. So our younger ones just want to share. So we pick these. We normally pick the petals off to dry them, but they just put them, I don't know, we've only done it once or twice, so I don't know if that's normal. We always do it different stuff because we're always learning different stuff, and different altars are teaching us different things. Our subconscious, our body, our senses, constantly teaching us. Papa, we got to change our arm. Tai topai nana. Yeah, okay. We'll just do this quickly. So we hung these up, and they started drooping. So it completely, because they were open and really lovely, they're so soft to touch, and they started closing and drooping. So then we tried to make them go like that, so they didn't close, but then it didn't work, so we gave up. And then they opened up again like this. So now, and so they're kind of doing their funny little drying process. So normally we'd take the petals off and dry the petals and put them in a tea. Or you can put them in the tea fresh. We put them in a tea fresh. We put them in our salads, all kinds of things. But what this video is about is Feng Shui. It's too hard for us to focus on doing an introduction to the videos first. All of that's going to come down the line as you witness us grow and as you witness us edit. And as we witness ourselves grow and edit. So it's making us emotional talking about that. Some of our younger personalities have deep belief systems that they're going to get killed off or edited out and stuff, and they don't quite comprehend. So it's always a dance to find the right words. But it's Feng Shui today, and how we can look at our environment and how what's going on for us on our internal that we're unaware of by looking in our environment. Most people would see a mess and see depression and stuff, but for us sometimes it's a mess and it's not depression. It's just like we are physically unable to do anything, or we have so little energy that the energy we do have goes on eating healthily or a bit in the garden, and we don't have left any for washing, or it goes on washing us and cleaning us. So it's about prioritizing the energy, and we haven't balanced all that out yet, honestly. We're focusing on washing ourselves at the moment, but we've been so focused on the house and the garden. Self-care's gone down a little bit, but we've come to the end of a massive cycle where we're starting to integrate all the different patterns and put them together so that will take place and come together. And actually it did last night. We had a whole little self-care routine last night, and we got back on our liquid chlorophyll, colloidal gold, colloidal silver, colloidal copper, aloe vera and moon water mouthwash. So we did that, I think, about a week ago as well, and made it up, or a few days ago. I don't know, I lose track of time. So yeah, so this is kind of like understanding, it's kind of like Feng Shui, your energies, the atmosphere, what you put where, but it's not so much what you put where in the Feng Shui and the energies, about just what is and how to witness that and observe that. So if you look at all these rainbow things here, everything has a frequency. So all these colours up here will relate to a certain frequency, and that frequency will relate to the body and relate to a chakra in the body. And then that's which certain personalities relate to those chakras, just like certain organs and systems relate to certain chakras. So we're on our couch bed pulled out, and you're looking up, and you can see a bit of light through the top there. The red one's all completely broken. It's weak material. It's not a nice colour. It's ripped, it's come apart. There's holes in the red box. There's holes in the red cube. The cube is the masculine, it's the foundation. Red is the root chakra, the foundation. So not only do we not have a developed feminine root chakra, but our masculine root chakra has got holes in. And so to keep it functioning, it tightens up elsewhere to compensate for those holes, or maybe fills in other places so that stuff can't get through and then won't leak out the holes. And then we will get round to either replacing that or fixing it, buying some red material and fixing it or replacing it. And in doing that in our external atmosphere, that will have an effect on the internal of us as well. Eventually, it can be quick. It depends on one's belief system. For us, everything's taking time and going slow because our purpose in life is to witness the slow process of this journey so that we can analyse it and break it down, because although we were taught self-awareness from such a young age, we were taught self-awareness from a young age about things that were hurtful to us. We were told to walk like a penguin when we needed to walk with our feet turned in to protect our lower back because of our lower back issues. And so in walking like a penguin, we were hurting ourselves more in our lower back and compressing the sacrum more. Things like all the stims, lots of other things, but we're not getting into that now. It's not about that. But what the thing is, it taught us awareness at a very young age. So all of our alternate personalities, even though they're all dissociated and separated from each other and starting to get more co-conscious, they're all really aware. Now some of the younger ones are really aware, but they don't have language or words to describe. So this is what we're starting to manage to be able to get stuff out of our head though now and communicate stuff outwards. And so that's what that reflects to us in our learnings of the language of energy, which is a very in-depth language. And then you go to the green, and we've got two greens. We've got a lighter, brighter one and a darker one. So for us, what we're just on the ground there, we've had our experience of growing our medicinal plants to heal ourselves of pain, and we learned about all the bugs and the nutrients and the pH of the soil there. Now we're not going into the science as much in the garden, but we do understand it. So for the greener a plant, the more nitrogen it has in it. Now there's atmospheric nitrogen and then there's fixed nitrogen, and so certain plants are better at turning atmospheric nitrogen into fixed nitrogen. I think we just learned this morning that maybe legumes might be part of that because they've got bulbous root, they've got roots that have little balls on them, kind of like these fairy lights. Oh, if anyone's we need tips of how to buy fairy lights. We need to replace all the lights in our fairy lights. We've got so many cool ones, but we can't find the lights to replace them, the bulbs. So the darker green is one with more nitrogen in. If it's a darker green, it's more dense, therefore it's more connected to a lower vibration energy. Now, a lower vibration energy isn't a negative energy. It's just one that's more connected to earth and grounded. And a higher vibration energy is more connected to cosmic energies. And so we feel it's very important to ground oneself in first before going into the cosmic energies. Otherwise, one will blow some fuses in the brain and might get a few mental health disturbances to start with. So flowers, for instance, are a very high vibration, then leaves, and then the trunk, and the darker the leaves. Oops, sorry, fingers. So we see the darker green one as the one that's more grounded and connected, and the lower vibration connected to earth, and the lighter one more connected to the higher vibrations and the cosmic energies. It's newer, it's fresher, it's younger. Babies, children and old people are more connected to cosmic energies in a way because they're close, they've just been born and they're closer to death. So it's in some concepts, it's said that we get soul amnesia and we forget when we're about the age of 6 and go into education. So the green one green is connected to the heart. You have your deep inner heart, which is pink, embodied, enveloped, and clothed in green. And these are both the grounding ones. So you ground with your heart green nature, and you ground with the root chakra red. We always go with the heart green nature grounding first because that's the kind of the centre of the seesaw. If you go from red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and back down, green's in the centre from a linear perspective, and so you start off in the centre pivot before you get those oscillations in. Otherwise the oscillations cause extremities, high volatility. Kittens, please can you get off my beds? Kittens, keep to the perimeter. Keep to the perimeter. Look, Pupsy, you're getting very confident copying your brother. You never used to do that. Come on, guys, you'll get sprayed. Copy your brother, Pupsy. That's it. Get down. Get down, Pupsy. Pupsy. Okay, you can sit there. That's fine. Sorry. So, two gorgeous kittens we've got next door, but they were catching the butterflies, but we have started spraying our veg now so that the butterflies don't lay caterpillars on it, so we don't have to keep peeling off those are eggs by hand, which we feel really bad about. And yeah, that stops the butterflies, and they're butterfly hunters, so that stops them most of the time. So yeah, because we start with green, the volatility, the extremities of the oscillations from highs to lows aren't as much then. So feeling really good to then feeling really shit. There's a happy, contented, more balanced, which is what happens when one gets to know oneself better and harmonises oneself with their own rhythms and in cycles of nature, because we are human body is nature, we're nature. So both our grounding frequencies, colours are damaged. That one's kind of weak and the material all over the place. That reflects to our EDS body as well. EDS is a collagen malfunction, so it's malfunction for healing and a multitude, hypermobility, multitude of other things. There's lots of comorbidities that go with it. So this has just got a linear, one straight line down it. And that kind of relates us to our central nervous system, because our central nervous system, we know we had a piercing in our tongue, in our lip, in our belly button, and they're all on that main. And as we're talking this about now, we're getting our left scar waking up, and we're getting where there's normally nerve pain in our left glute waking up, and it's by cool sensations. So you can get cool sensation, hot sensations, burning nerve pain sensations, all kind of different ones. But it's about accessing understanding of the body and the energetics through physical sensations, not through words and narratives and emotions and feelings of emotions, but feelings of physical sensations. So that when the emotions come in and the feelings come in of the tears, we get used to then being with it, being in that emotion, holding it, pausing, and then breathing through it, passing through it and letting it go, because we haven't placed an attachment to it. Because when we put words and stuff like that onto it, we're putting an emotional attachment onto it, which makes it a lot harder to transform, transcend, shift, alchemize. So yeah, we just wanted to share part of that in the environment of what's going on. So we have our beautiful gardens coming on a treat. We love looking out at that at night. We've got red flowers on the runner beans. Runner relates to running, which relates to your legs. So we see that when the runner beans start coming out and we start eating them, it's going to really help us develop our legs. And we've just been doing lots of leg work at the moment, which has also caused a lot of tension and cramping and tightness in our right tricep. And our beautiful Zendaya, he's getting healthier and healthier daily. Not that it was really bad, but all his fur's good. And the main thing is that he doesn't have the bald patches around his tail, which was a reflection of the congestion and all our sacrum issues, because our sacrum was twisted in all three planes, protruding backs in L4, L5 and L5S1, which is the lower spine and the top of the sacrum, torn hamstrings. Namaste. Thank you for joining us in the Shintoist yoga experience. Hope there's been some kind of clarity and insight that one has received from that to transfer it into understanding your own environment, and therefore understanding your internal environment better also. Namaste.